What is up, guys? Welcome to podcast episode 9. And if you didn't see my previous one, I got a new case for my old phone because they were gonna trade it in, but it apparently wasn't worth anything. But they threw away the case because they thought they were gonna trade in, like I mentioned. So if you didn't see the other one, that's why I have a new case on my old phone, and that's what I'm recording with. And today I have a special guest again. And would you like to introduce yourself, or do you want me to introduce you?
Either way.
The camera's kind of blurry almost. I don't know. Okay. Well, this is my friend Josie. She had a channel called Lulu Vlogs. Yes, both of our names are Josie. Don't get confused. Yeah, she had a channel called Lulu Vlogs, but she's not making videos anymore. So, we talked about that a little bit last time. So what do you want to talk about today?
So today we're going to be diving into the subject of science. So we're going to talk about not only science, but how personal care products can affect our bodies in big ways.
Mm-hmm.
So fragrance, and they use a lot of synthetic chemicals in our beauty products. If you go to EWG, Environmental Working Group, you can see what your product ingredients has. A lot of them you'll find have fragrance or can cause, have developmental or cancerous toxins in them. So
Yeah.
you want to make sure that you're putting what's really good in your body.
Absolutely.
So you want to find something with no synthetic fragrance dyes, which are really important.
Mm-hmm.
Fragrance and a bunch of other chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
So I found this brand on and doTERRA and Primely Pure. Those are what I use, and I also it's just so important what we put on our body because it can affect our body in big ways, like can create cancer growth or affect lungs or be really can cause rashes or can affect our cells.
Yeah, and I'm using a filter, by the way. Yeah, you should definitely be careful about that. You should be aware of that. It is really important.
So is there anything you want to talk about in science that you're learning, or anything that you wanted to get off your chest, or
I have been doing science, earth, and space. So that's really cool. It's one of my favorite types of science.
So you're learning about Earth?
Right now, yes.
And space?
I'm not learning about space right now, but eventually I will.
Oh, that's awesome.
The camera is still blurry. I'm gonna have to... Okay, it doesn't look blurry anymore.
I know a little bit about science, or I know a little bit about space and Earth. I'm learning about world wars, history.
Yeah.
I learned about space. There's just so many subjects that you can dive into, really.
I'm gonna switch the camera for a second. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. Oh, and also the same...
So do I.
So what you mentioned earlier, that's really good. The same thing applies to like lotion or your sunblock or sunscreen, whatever you want to call it.
A lot of sunscreen is very bad for you.
Oh yeah.
I use doTERRA sunscreen. But if you look at the ingredients in sunscreen, it's actually really scary because they have some really bad stuff.
Yeah, you definitely want to get one that has better ingredients.
also, if you've lotions, almost every lotion has a fragrance. Essential oil ones can smell good, but they also have essential oils in them. You also even want to be careful with essential oils, because some essential oils still have fragrance in them because they're not natural and they don't come from plants, and they just label them essential oils.
Yeah. What we mentioned earlier, that's one of the reasons my dad doesn't really like sunscreen, because or like sometimes I try to be careful about what lotion I use in my slime, but I really don't, because you see, they make it cheaper, the stuff that has the bad ingredients, lotion or sunscreen.
Because same with sugar. They want us to how do I say this in the best way? They don't want us to be healthy.
They don't.
Because it's just weird how they make the more natural stuff more, but the bad ingredient stuff is cheaper. Like, why can't they make it all affordable?
Exactly. Like, that's what I really don't get.
Yeah. Anything else you need? Oh.
I think we pretty much covered it all.
Okay.
So, yeah, moral of the story, just be careful what you put on your body. It's very important. Alright,
Awesome.
so I guess that's the end of this podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and please subscribe to her channel, even though she doesn't make videos anymore, but her videos are great. So, I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye!
Bye.
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 Bye. How many times am I going to say it? Bye.